This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stockbox interview. Gerard Kisby-Green, the Technical Director of Caracal Gold, which will be listing on the London Stock Exchange on the 23rd of August, joins me today on Stockbox, following the news that they have completed the prospectus and everything looks set to go for the listing. So hello, Gerard. Welcome to Stockbox. How are you and how are you feeling today?
Hi, Mark. Thanks very much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you and to give you and your listeners an update on the Papillon stroke Caracal process. And yeah, I'm very well, thank you. And I hope you're well too.
Indeed. So today is a very important day for the company, isn't it? You've got the prospectus. It can be found on both caracalgold.com and also papillonholdings.com, I think. So you've secured the investment you're looking for. Can you just talk us through this prospectus and the listing process?
Absolutely, Mark. Yes, and correct. Both the prospectus as well as the RNS publication from yesterday are to be found on both the Papillon and the Caracal Gold websites. We're delighted because it's been quite a long slog to get the prospectus through the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority, and on Monday, subsequent to us getting commitment for the capital raise of $2.8 million and updating the prospectus, we had it signed off by the FCA. And finally, that sort of puts into process a series of events which we now have control over. It was obviously the announcement yesterday morning, the RNS, of the approval, the actual publication of the prospectus, and hence it's appearing on the websites, and the sending out of notice of a general meeting, which will be happening on the 13th of August. And then we've set the date for the listing, the reverse takeover of Papillon for the 23rd. So there's really 3 weeks now, the notice period, during which time just to wrap up settlements, etc. Mm-hmm. And then we'll go for the listing on the 23rd.
Okay. Now, you raised all the money that you were looking for, is that right? And did you find that there was a good appetite from investors?
There has been a good appetite. You know, the gold itself, the gold market has been in a good space. And, you know, notwithstanding the usual ups and downs of COVID and political events here and there, I think it was well received both in Europe and the UK and for that matter elsewhere in the world. Hopefully, you know, this is the start of lots more deals and capital raise to come and a really rapid growth of the company.
Okay. Well, last time we spoke to someone from Caracal, we spoke to Robbie McRae, the CEO, and he gave us a good overview of the company, about the Killer Mapesa project and what you guys want to do out there. But I wonder, from your point of view as the technical director, can you perhaps give us your high-level overview of the investment opportunity and what the Killer Mapesa project is all about?
Well, absolutely. And, you know, Killer Mapesa I'll speak to, but you know, what we really are seeking to build quite quickly is a portfolio of assets, gold assets in East Africa primarily, African, but primarily East Africa. Mm-hmm. And we began with the opportunity to invest in and acquire Killer Mapesa gold mine in Kenya from a subsidiary of Goldplat PLC. And it is an asset which was known to us. And it has a JORC compliant resource. There's been mining taking place there and processing for some years, and it was on care and maintenance, largely due to COVID. And it was a great opportunity for us to get something which we could quite quickly return to production, albeit quite small levels of production. And then over and above that, there's a substantial prospecting license, which offers the opportunity to build up the resource base significantly. Now, I know that area pretty well. I've worked there quite extensively, and I know that the potential on the mining side, is to build it up quite quickly. And I'm talking over the next 12 to 18 months, up to, initially 10, 12,000 ounces a year, but then to conduct a study to go to 25,000 ounces a year, which is modest in terms of larger gold mines, but for a first up, it's a great anchor for us to off which to develop. And along with that, we'll be exploring quite aggressively on a large exploration or prospecting permit. And there have been over the years a couple of different opinions as to how much that particular permit could achieve in terms of a resource, and it's north of 2 million ounces. So, hopefully, within a couple of years, we'll be producing 25,000 ounces and have upwards of 2 million ounces just on the existing licenses. Now, again, having been there for quite some time, that Magori Greenstone Belt extends from pretty much the Masai Mara Reserve all the way to Lake Victoria, which is close to 100 kilometers. And you have a number of mining companies busy in the area, being us or Kilimapesa. There's Red Rock Resources, which is an AIM-listed company. And Shanto are out there too, very aggressively prospecting at the moment and exploring. And we do see a number of opportunities to go beyond just what is in Kilimapesa at present and build a significant portfolio of assets in Kenya. And then just to look beyond that, the East African region itself is very explorative. And, whereas there are any number of companies exploring and producing in West Africa, we've seen an opportunity in East Africa to get in, not on our own. I mean, obviously places like Tanzania have been mined extensively and continue to be, but there are a lot of opportunities. So we'll be seeking to find opportunities and assets, preferably advanced projects, preferably not greenfields exploration, but advanced projects which have been neglected and or are just available for one reason or another, in the likes of Tanzania, Ethiopia, even South Sudan, certainly Uganda, the East African region in general. I mean, our team understands Africa well. We've all worked all over Africa quite extensively for most of our careers, and we feel very comfortable doing business in East Africa. So we're excited about the potential to grow the company pretty rapidly over the next couple of years.
Okay. And is Kilimapesa producing now?
It is, absolutely, yeah. So the Caracal operating team, or in fact the Mayflower operating team, went over there in August in the height of the COVID. And we kind of got to an agreement with Goldplat where they let us take over operations, well, restart the operations, but physically take over the management of the operations. And we got the operations, the plant producing again pretty quickly. We reopened the underground mine in January. And, clearly we've been waiting for capital because we want to invest significant capital there and have already invested significant capital. And we up to now where we on a rate per day processing through the mills, we're back to in excess of where Goldplat were, and really are comfortable with where we are. And we're at a point in time now, or a place in time, where once we get this new round of capital in and invest in some new equipment and some new processing technologies, we'll quite quickly be expanding the production by almost double. But yes, we've been smelting gold regularly, paying royalties to the government, and we're very happy with where we are.
And are you able to give any kind of indication as to the current amount of gold that is being produced from the mine at the moment? I assume the market cap on admission, that 14.5 million, is based around that figure. But are you able to give any idea of what's currently being produced, and then the idea of what you're targeting as well to ramp it up?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been producing around about 500 tons a day, or processing rather about 500 tons a day. And clearly, as we building up, the grades are improving and the recovery rates are improving. But we're probably at a run rate now of about 6,000 ounces a year, and we look to very quickly to within the next first quarter of the new calendar year get that up to between 10 and 12,000 ounces a year. And then, as said, by that stage we will have done quite a bit of drilling, and we will start working on a plan to get ourselves up to the 25,000 ounces a year, 12 to 18 month target. So yeah, I mean, we're already doing on a run rate basis around about 6,000 ounces a year.
Okay, good. And the plan is also to increase the portfolio. What's the sort of time scales you're looking for on that then?
Pretty quickly, one has to strike while the iron is hot, and the gold price is, as I said, is good right now, and there are opportunities out there of which we are aware, and we'll look to acting pretty aggressively in finding the assets that kind of suit our management team and our style and our skills within East Africa. But there certainly are a number of targets that we have in mind.
Okay, and is it fair to say, just as a final point, that once the listing goes through, you receive all the funds, that takes all of that pre-preparation, all that hard work that's gone into getting the listing, which can take a very long time and can be a very frustrating and long, drawn-out process. You're not going to be hanging around. That's the question I'm asking you. Are you going to be really going at this as soon as the listing has gone through?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The team on the ground at Kilimapesa has been going really, really hard at it, even whilst waiting for the capital to come in. We have been, as said, we've been pouring gold, and every dollar we've raised from pouring gold has gone straight back into the operations. Into increasing the workforce, into actual production, building up inventory of stores, etc. So no, we're not waiting for a second. We have our financial plans, our operating and financial plans, capital plans, everything's in place, just kind of rearing to go. Mark, you alluded to the fact it's been a long, hard process. Yeah, and I think relatively speaking, I've been in the banking business for many, many years, as well as the mining business. And relatively speaking, it's been a reasonably painless and quite quick process. But I've got to say publicly, thanks to the entire team, you've got both the incumbent Papillon board, you've got the incoming Caracal board and members from Mayflower, and then our legal and financial and PR advisors in London, and the guys on the ground in Kili really, really worked hard to deliver the prospectus and what will become the listing. So,
okay.
It's been a great team effort, and I'm indebted to everybody out there.
Okay, well, Gerard Kisby-Green, the Technical Director of Caracal Gold, thank you very much for your time today.
Mark, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and I look forward to giving you another update just before the actual RTO on the 23rd of August.
I look forward to it, Gerard. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to this Stockbox interview. For more information, interviews and videos, visit our website at stockboxmedia.com or give us a follow on Twitter by searching @StockboxMedia.